In a world where every grain of sand and blade of grass seems to have a story to tell, there are some mysteries that continue to elude our understanding. This is the incredible story of an entire city that seemingly vanished into thin air without a trace. Its people, its buildings, its very existence, all gone in the blink of an eye. It's a tale that has puzzled explorers, historians, and scientists for centuries. What happened to this city? Was it swallowed by the earth, cursed by the gods, or was there a more sinister force at play? Join me on this journey as we uncover the secrets behind this lost civilization and the shocking theories that attempt to explain its disappearance. Prepare to be amazed, perplexed, and maybe even a little frightened by the chilling possibility that something similar could happen again. The legend of the lost city has been passed down through generations of explorers and historians, each adding their own twist to the tale. But the basic story goes something like this. Imagine a bustling city teeming with life. Merchants hawk their wares in the marketplace. Children laugh as they play in the streets. The city seems destined to stand the test of time. But then, just as quickly as it was thriving, it's gone. The city is completely deserted. Its inhabitants vanished without a trace. The streets are empty, the houses are abandoned, and a thick layer of dust covers everything. It's as if the people just packed up and left in the middle of the night. But that's not the case. There's no sign of a struggle, no indication of where they may have gone. It's as if they simply evaporated into thin air. But why would an entire city just abandon their homes and possessions and just leave? To make matters even stranger, there are no signs of any kind of disaster. There's no evidence of a war, fire, or earthquake. The city isn't in ruins. Everything is just abandoned. It's like someone pressed the pause button on life and then left the city. For centuries, historians have tried to piece together what could have caused such a mass exodus, but no one has come up with a satisfactory answer. Some say the residents were wiped out by a sudden plague, while others believe they were victims of a natural disaster that struck without warning. But these theories fail to explain why there's no trace of the city's inhabitants. Where are their bodies? Why are there no graves or cemeteries? Did they all die suddenly and simultaneously? And if so, what could have caused such a mass casualty event? Others believe that the city was cursed, either by the gods or by a powerful sorcerer. Perhaps the residents were punished for their sins or for breaking some ancient law. But why would a curse cause everyone to vanish without a trace? Wouldn't it be more likely that they would be trapped in the city or turned to stone? As explorers continued to search for answers, they came across another strange phenomenon. The city seemed to have been erased from history itself. There are no written records of its existence, no mention in ancient texts or historical documents. It's as if the city had never been there at all. Explorers found themselves in a race against time, trying to uncover the secrets of the lost city before its memory faded away completely. They combed through old maps and documents, searching for any clue that could lead them to its location. They interviewed local villagers, hoping to find someone who remembered the city or knew where it was hidden. But the deeper they dug, the more frustrating the search became. It was as if the city's existence was being deliberately erased from history. Then came the shocking discovery that turned everything upside down. The explorers found an inscription on a nearby rock monolith that read, "Beware, mortals, for this city is cursed. Those who enter shall not leave." Suddenly, the mystery took on a whole new dimension. Was the city cursed, as the inscription suggested, or was there something more sinister at play? As the explorers stood before the ancient monolith, they couldn't shake off the feeling that they were being watched. The dense jungle around them seemed to close in on them, and the air grew heavy with the smell of decay. Just then, one of the explorers noticed something strange. The inscription on the monolith seemed to be glowing faintly, almost as if it were emitting a supernatural light. As he reached out to touch it, the ground began to tremble beneath his feet. The jungle around them seemed to come alive with the sound of screeching birds and rustling leaves. Was the curse of the city awakening? Or were they about to uncover a secret that had been buried for centuries? As the explorers cautiously approached the monolithic structure, they felt a sense of dread wash over them. They couldn't shake off the feeling that they were intruding on something sacred, that they were about to disturb a slumbering evil. The monolith loomed before them, ancient and imposing, its surface covered with cryptic symbols and inscriptions that hinted at a long-forgotten history. As they examined the structure, they realized that it wasn't just a monolith, it was a gateway to another world, a world where the laws of nature were twisted and the boundaries between the living and the dead were blurred. With bated breath, they stepped through the gateway and into the unknown. On the other side, they found themselves in a place that defied explanation. The trees were twisted and gnarled, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers toward the sky. The air was thick with the stench of decay and the sound of buzzing insects. But as they ventured deeper into this strange and unsettling realm, they began to uncover the truth behind the city's curse. They discovered that the city wasn't cursed by accident. It was cursed intentionally, deliberately erased from existence by a powerful sorcerer who sought to hide its secrets from the world. The sorcerer had used dark magic to trap the city's inhabitants in a state of eternal slumber, and he had concealed the entrance to the city with a powerful illusion, ensuring that it would never be found. But the explorers weren't about to give up. They pressed on, determined to break the curse and free the city's trapped souls. They faced a series of perilous challenges, each designed to test their courage, strength, and resolve. They battled terrifying creatures from another dimension, navigated treacherous landscapes, and uncovered long-forgotten secrets that threatened to destroy them. But through it all, they refused to give up. They fought back against the forces of darkness, determined to break the curse and bring the city back to life. As they delved deeper into the mysteries of the lost city, they uncovered a shocking conspiracy that reached far beyond the sorcerer's dark magic. They discovered that the city's destruction was part of a larger plan, a plot that involved the most powerful rulers and organizations in the world. They had to navigate treacherous political waters, uncovering hidden alliances and exposing long-buried secrets. Along the way, they made powerful enemies who would stop at nothing to silence them. But they pressed on, fueled by their determination to uncover the truth and break the curse. And finally, after a long and perilous journey, they uncovered the key to breaking the curse. They discovered that the only way to free the trapped souls was to perform a powerful ritual that required the blood of a descendant of the city's founder. With the fate of the city hanging in the balance, they made the ultimate sacrifice. The leader of the explorers willingly offered their blood, pouring it onto the ground and breaking the curse that had held the city hostage for centuries. As the curse was broken, the city was restored to life. The trees bloomed with vibrant flowers, the rivers ran clear, and the mountains stood tall and proud. The trapped souls were finally free, and the explorers were hailed as heroes. But as they stood amidst the ruins of the city, they couldn't help but feel a sense of sadness. They realized that the city's destruction had been caused by greed, lust for power, and the insatiable hunger for more. They had uncovered a dark and disturbing secret that had been buried for centuries, and they knew that it would take a long time for the city to heal. Still, they had brought the city back to life, and that was something to celebrate. As the people of the city slowly began to rebuild their lives, the explorers knew that they had made a difference. They had uncovered a dark and disturbing chapter in history, but they had also given the city a chance at redemption. The legend of the lost city serves as a reminder that even the greatest cities and civilizations are not immune to greed, lust for power, and the corrupting influence of unchecked ambition. It is a cautionary tale that warns us of the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of protecting our history and heritage from those who would seek to destroy it. But it also gives us hope that even in the darkest of times, courage, determination, and the relentless pursuit of truth can bring light to even the most forgotten corners of our world. Now, my friends, I want to hear from you. What do you think really happened to this lost city? Do you believe it was cursed, destroyed by a natural disaster, or simply abandoned by its people? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and never stop asking questions.